Will Harley Davidson last 2021? Catch you inside.
RevelatorAlf.
Hello, welcome to RevelatorAlf. Hope you're enjoying the channel and the series of videos. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share, and check out the website RevelatorAlf.com. So, look, I'm asking this very simple question. Will Harley Davidson make it through till the end of 2021? Now, obviously, they either will or they won't, of course. Now, this is not really a dig at Harley Davidson as a company, but you kind of got to start asking very serious questions about them, about their strategy, and also, do they have traditional motorcycle enthusiasts, let's say, still on side, whether they are Harley Davidson enthusiasts or motorcycle enthusiasts from around the world. Now, a few months ago, Harley Davidson appointed a brand new CEO, Jochen Zeitz, the former CEO of the shoe footwear company Puma. Basically, he's come in and he's kind of did a 180 on the plans that the former CEO had for the company, and they've started this whole rewire program. So basically, we know for 2021 they're going to be cutting a few motorcycle models. They've delayed or cancelled certain models coming out in 2021, and they're just putting all their eggs in one basket for the Pan America. They've also delayed the news of any models or any new tech on their existing models until early New Year or early 2021. Now, they claimed that there's a reason for this in that they wanted to capture the spring market, the start of the riding season, with fresh news for their customers or their potential customers. The problem here is that every other motorcycle manufacturer in the world are releasing their 2021 models or New Year models in kind of September, October time. That's when the news really starts filtering out. So Harley Davidson not only are suffering, as all motorcycle manufacturers are around the world because of this global pandemic of the coronavirus, but also because the way fashions are changing, the youth coming through, they may not necessarily be into motorcycling as the previous generations. Maybe people don't have as much money or won't have as much money as disposable income. Also, Harley Davidson are not really entering the market with entry-level motorcycles, cheap motorcycles that you could buy for a couple of £1,000, dollars, shekels, whatever. So they're way behind the curve. Now, if you put this delayed announcements of their new model ranges or their new tech for existing models until the early new year, they're way behind all the other manufacturers. The other manufacturers have almost got a foothold into the market, a dwindling market, let's say, a very uncertain market, let's say, but they've already got the foothold, whereas Harley Davidson are kind of still left behind going, what's going on here? The other thing that you've got to consider is this. Are they doing very well in the PR stakes as well? They seem to be alienating riders left, right and centre. Now, if you'd asked me years ago about the power of social media, I would have turned my nose up at you. I would have walked to the other way, slammed the door in your face, and I would have said, tosh, social media, what a load of nonsense. However, I've done a 180 on that as well, because you ignore social media at your peril. Harley Davidson don't seem to have embraced the power of the public voice. They don't seem to have engaged with the everyday rider out there. Instead, they've gone for some kind of celebrity endorsement of a brand that actually really needs to reconnect with the day-to-day rider wherever they are in the world. They don't seem to have done that. Now, there are content creators and social media fiends, let's say, and YouTube channels out there who have been actively promoted Harley Davidson for many, many years. And also, there are lots of people promoting other products as well. But Harley Davidson don't seem to realise what a good thing they have by all these people just promoting their products for free and they're not really supporting them or sponsoring them or helping to embrace that or to gather that information and to bring everybody into the fold. There doesn't seem to be a connection between Harley Davidson, the motorcycle manufacturer, and the dealerships. So we've got to consider this, all the dealerships as well, and individual people who are trying to express themselves on social media. There seems to be a big void here. So all of a sudden, Harley Davidson can actually criticize, let's say, a particular YouTube channel or a Twitter account or so on and so forth. And then the rest of the YouTube world or Twitter world, let's say, Instagram world, suddenly that's people like you and I, the people, just everyday people, start to get up in arms and start to feel negatively towards Harley Davidson, to say, well, actually, you haven't been delivering on motorcycles, on technology, on value for money for so long. There's so many people out here who are just really promoting your brand for free, and actually you're not giving anything back. And it's almost like take, and you're not, we're not, as customers, we're not getting anything from it. In fact, there's a growing feeling amongst even Harley Davidson riders that actually they just want to move away from the brand. They've had enough. They've had enough of Harley. They want to go to India. They want to go to BMW, whatever. They just had enough. Or, you know what? They just want to get rid of all the motorcycles and just do something else. Harley Davidson have made lots of foul throws in recent years, and they continue to do so. They continue to do so not only on the technology that they have on their motorcycles, but also on the actual motorcycles that they are producing, the models that they make available, and those that they discontinue. They don't seem to understand what people really want and what models are applicable, are really going to be sought after by certain age groups. They don't really know where their core customers are, where they're coming from, and how much money they have. What they seem to have done is taken a brand of the people and tried to move it into the elite category, but they don't have an elite product. That's where the big disconnect is. They could talk about the Harley Davidson lifestyle until they're blue in the face. They could show you all this imagery left, right and centre. They could talk about the outcasts of society and all that, doing things their own way and everything like that. But at the end of the day, it's their false promises, their empty dreams, when you're not actually delivering a product or a service to your core customers who seem to have abandoned. Will Harley Davidson last 2021? Probably, but by the skin of their teeth. Let's not mince our words here. All motorcycle manufacturers will be struggling next year because of the global economy, also because of the coronavirus and how long that's going to continue and how that's going to affect people's lives. They're also going to struggle because of the types of motorcycles that they are producing now and the information that they are putting out to the public as well. And they're also going to be really struggling for that lack of engagement, that lack of connection with the everyday rider here. I'm not talking about riders who earn £200,000 or £300,000 a year or whatever. I'm talking about the riders who earn £20,000, £25,000 a year, let's say, and they want the bike of their dreams, but they just can't afford it. It's out of their reach. This is for new motorcycles here. Now for the used motorcycles, yes, we can all dip our toe into the used bike world, but the Harley Davidson Motor Company is reliant on selling new motorcycles, not selling old motorcycles. That's how dealerships can earn their crust, but not the motor company. They're going to be trying to earn their money from parts and accessories, let's say. But they've faced so much competition from other manufacturers out there who are producing, well, better aftermarket parts in many cases. Yes, if you want your bike to remain stock and have all the Harley parts and Screaming Eagle parts, absolutely right. That's absolutely fine, of course. But if you want something that potentially is better or as good, but better value, then you'll probably be looking to other manufacturers. Harley Davidson are not only shooting themselves in the foot, but they're also facing increasing competition from other manufacturers. Whilst they don't have the market share in certain big markets that Harley Davidson kind of dominate, let's say, namely the United States and Canada, they are coming on strong. We're talking about Indian, we're talking about Triumph, BMW, Honda, of course, any other manufacturer that you can think of. They are chipping away at Harley Davidson's, once stronghold, and now it's not so strong anymore. Will they last 2021? I'm sure they will, but it's not looking pretty for Harley Davidson. Share price has been affected. They've got a workforce that is largely unhappy the way things have been going. Obviously, the pandemic has had a massive influence on that, but we've got to talk about the plants, the workforces and the plants, the way people feel about working for Harley Davidson now, as opposed to the way they once felt about them. We've got to think about those riders out there who are really enthusiastic about the brand once, but are not so much anymore. That's what's been happening. There has been an erosion of the dream, of the facade of Harley Davidson for quite a few years now, and it's starting to crumble and it's starting to break away at the sides. They can still salvage this, they can still turn this around, but they need to get back into the community. They need to really start engaging with riders, and there needs to be something where they are putting a directive out through their company and also out towards all their dealerships as well, that they've got to make an extra effort to re-engage with customers, get people on side and get people back into the brand and get people to really be enthusiastic about the brand and give them something extra to hold on to. And this doesn't mean we're going to try and sell you a t-shirt for an extra £50. No, this means that we're actually going to try and get you in there and give you a lot more service, a lot more support, a lot more backup. That's what customers want. They want something that they can feel connected to. If they want their customers to remain loyal, they have to really bring them on side, because they have to match them with technology. When you consider Harley Davidson motorcycles and other manufacturers' motorcycles, there is a gulf there. There is a gulf. We kind of ride Harley Davidsons because it's a great feeling to ride them. It's a different riding experience, no doubt. But next generation, they're going to be looking at something a lot more. And that's where Harley Davidson have to be aiming for. They have to be aiming for what will past riders, what will existing riders, and what will the next generation rider be really aiming for and wanting from our brand. They haven't been delivering. They're putting all their eggs in one basket with a Pan America. I think it's a flawed approach. I think that motorcycle will not be widely received as they hope it will. I could be wrong. They should be offering that adventure bike in the Pan America size, but also in a smaller engine size as well, a smaller motorcycle as well. They also need, I'll say it time and time again, they need to start attracting entry-level riders as well. And entry-level riders will not be going after the existing models made available by this company. They just won't. They're too expensive, they're too big, they're too bold. They just won't do it. They'll be looking at other manufacturers from around the world who offer good motorcycles, decent engineering, but value for money. That's the key thing here, value for money. Will they last 2021? Let me know. I'm sure they will, but they've got to improve rapidly for me. Otherwise, things will get worse and worse and worse. That's my prediction. Anyway, a couple more videos coming at the end of this one. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share. Check out the website RevelatorAlf.com, and I'll catch you again on another video. Ta-da!